to be able to help you.
Who's that? Who's out there? Who's that masked man?
So, are you expecting me to sing on everything or just on those things that I'm leading?
You can sing quietly on anything you want. If you're leading, just sing harmony whatever you want. It's 7 o'clock, so I'm going to start. Shabbat shalom, everybody.
Shabbat shalom.
Oh, guess what? I need my...
Yep.
Barbara, hold that, please. There we go. Perfect. Shabbat shalom, everybody.
Shabbat shalom.
We are so delighted to be back in this sacred space. It feels so good because although you can see me, but I can't see you, I see you right now. I see you where you usually sit. I see you how you smile. I see you as on the aisle. And together, even though this community is virtual, it is no less real to me. We're going to begin tonight with the singing of a beautiful song that we sing at leave-taking. It's called Bless This House by Cantor Steve Scher. Bless this house, for we are all together. Bless us all, we may not meet again. Think of all the happiness we've found here. Take it home and share it with a friend. Come along, sing a song, and you'll never say goodbye. Can't look at you. And you'll see and agree. Friendships one need never die. Bless this house, for we are all together. Bless us all, we may not meet again. Think of all the happiness we've found here. Take it home and share it with a friend. Come along, sing this song, and you'll never say goodbye. And you'll see and agree. Friendships one need never die. Sing it with me at home. Here we go. Bless this house, for we are all together. Bless us all, we may not meet again. Think of all the happiness we've found here. Take it home and share it with a friend. Shabbat shalom again to everybody. It's time to light candles for Shabbat. I'm going to walk over with Barbara, who's going to light, and then Cantor Berman's going to have us bless our children, and then we'll do Kiddush. Amen.
bring whoever's near you close physically, give them a hug, or bring them close into your mind, and we will bless one another. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichuneka, Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. Sing shalom. Shalom, shalom, yasem lecha shalom, shalom, v'yasem lecha shalom, 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 yasem lecha shalom, shalom, v'yasem lecha shalom, shalom, v'yasem lecha shalom.
If you have Kiddush at home, please raise it high. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho b'yahava uvratzon inchilanu zikaron l'maaseh v'recheshit ki hu yom techila lamikra'ei kodesh Zecher letziat mitzrayim, kivhanu v'charta, ve'otanu kidashta, mikol amim, v'shabbat kodshecha, ve'ahava uvratzon, hinchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai, mekadesh haShabbat. If you would.
It's just juice.
People always wanted to know if we were giving wine to children, so we developed this little tag, it's just juice. If you are following at home, we are past Kiddush, and we begin what are called the Kabbalat Shabbat Psalms. The Kabbalat Shabbat Psalms begin with Lechu Niranena. This has Hebrew and English. It's very accessible, and if you just sing La La, I believe in a God who's multilingual. So I hope that you enjoy it. I'm going to move it up. There we go. Lechu niranena, ay lai 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 lai, la Adonai, lai 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 lai, Nahariya. Lai, 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 Letzur Yishenu, lai, 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 lai. Let us sing out to God, the maker of all, sure and strong. Let all of creation come unto to sing, hear our song. Lechu niranena, lai, 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 lai. Adonai, ay, 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 Nahariya, lai, 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 Letzur Yishenu, lai, 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 lai. For all of God's wonder and all of God's light, we rejoice. So now let us listen with all of our hearts to hear God's voice. Lechu niranena, lai, 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 la Adonai, lai, 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 Nahariya, lai, 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 Letzur Yishenu. Lai, 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 lai. We've been singing this for at least 10 years, and we love this. We sing unto God a new song. It goes like this. Shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz. Shiru l'Adonai shir chadash. Again. unto God, all the earth a new song. I will sing unto God a new song. Sing unto God, and we'll all sing along. All the earth a new song unto God. Shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz. Shiru l'Adonai shir chadash. I will sing unto God a new song. Well, I'm going to say a comment about L'Chadodi for Sam Scabell. Sam said she loves it when I mention the fact that this is one of the most recent songs ever. It's only 500 years old, from Tzfat, called L'Chadodi. Shlomo Alkabetz wrote it. His name is the first letter of every one of the verses. We do verses 1, 2, 4, and 5. And again, you are not wired or chained to your couch. If in the last verse you want to rise and face the door to greet the bride, as we say, Bo'i Kala, we will certainly encourage you to do that. La 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 l'Chadodi, la 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 likrat kala, la 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 p'nei Shabbat, p'nei Shabbat nikab, la 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 l'Chadodi, la 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 likrat kala. You can sing along. La 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 p'nei Shabbat. B'nei Shabbat nikab. I think of Chapel on the Hill then. Shamor v'zachor v'dibur echad. Ishmi'anu el ha'miuchad. Adonai echad. U'shemo echad. U'shemo tiferet. La 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 l'Chadodi, la 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 likrat kala, la 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 p'nei Shabbat nikab, la likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha ki b'kor biracha merosh mikedem nesucha sof ma'aseh b'mashvat chilai die la 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 l'Chadodi, la 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 likrat kala, la 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 p'nei Shabbat nikab, hidoriri ki ba'orech kumi ori shir daberi kevod Adonai alayit miglai. Die. La 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 l'Chadodi. If you want to stand up and face the rear, now's the time. La 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 p'nei Shabbat nikab, bo'i v'shalom ateret bala gam b'simcha u'tzocholam tochem bunei am segula bo'i chala. To the left, to the right. La 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 l'Chadodi, la 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 likrat kala, la 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 p'nei Shabbat nikab, la 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 l'Chadodi, la 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 likrat kala, la 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 p'nei Shabbat nikab. You know, a lot of these are newer tunes for some of the people listening in, so we thought we'd do an oldie but a goodie. And the three of us will sing here, and all harmonies are acceptable. Shalom Aleichem. Malachei Elyon. Melech Malachei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem Shalom Malachei HaShalom Malachei Elyon. Melech Malachei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruchuni L'Shalom Malachei HaShalom Malachei Elyon. Melech Malachei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Seichem L'Shalom Malachei HaShalom Malachei Elyon. Melech Malachei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We rise as you are able for Chatzi Kaddish, even at home. Yikada v'yikada shemei Rabba.
Amen.
V'alma divra chirute v'yamlich malchute. B'chayechonu v'yochomechonu. Ubchaye dechol beit Yisrael. Bahagala, bahagala, ubizmahan kari v'yimeru. Amen. Together. Yeshmei Rabba mevorach. Le'olam lo me'amayah. Yibarach v'yishtabach v'pa'ar v'tromam yonaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekurasha le'ela min kol bechata v'shirata tush bechata v'nechemata namiran be'olma v'yimeru. Amen. Baruch Adonai Amivorach Leolam Vaed. Baruch Adonai Amivorach Leolam Vaed. Please find your seats as we begin to roll into dark. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Boreyom v'layla, golel or mipnei choshech, golel or mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei or. Roll into the dark with me. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Boreyom v'layla, golel or mipnei choshech, golel or mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei or. Last time, roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day day turns to night. Baruch atah Adonai Ma'ariv Aravim. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on the evening. Ahavat olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha ahavta, Torah u'mitzvot, u'kim mishpatim, otanu limadeta. Day and night, show us the way, teaching us to number our days. When we rise and when we lie down, Ahavat olam, Ahavat olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha ahavta, Torah u'mitzvot, u'kim mishpatim, otanu limadeta. Day and night, show us the way, teaching us to number our days. When we rise and when we lie down, Ahavat olam. Last time, day and night. Day and night, show us the way, teaching us to number our days. When we rise and when we lie down, Ahavat olam. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. Oh, I've lost my mind. Sign language, it still works, right? He could have just yelled, "Hey, you lost your mic." So this was the first tune that Debbie Friedman ever wrote on her own, and not just teaching us songs that she knew and loved from Jewish tradition, folk tradition in Israel. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod, Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam, Leolam Va'ed. And thou shalt love Adonai thy God with all of thy heart, with all thy soul, and with all of thy might, with all thy might. And all these words which I command you on this day shall be upon thy heart, shall be in thy heart, shall be upon thy heart. And thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children, and thou shalt speak of them, and thou sittest in thy house, when thou walkest by the way, and when thou risest up, and when thou liest down, and when thou liest down. And thou shalt bind them for a sign upon thy hand, and they shall be for frontlets between thine eyes. And thou shalt write them on the doorposts of thy house, and upon thy gates, and upon thy gates, and upon thy gates, that ye may remember and do all of my commandments, and be holy unto your God, unto your God, unto your God, unto your God, unto your God. In a world torn by violence and pain, if you're at home and these words are in front of you, please read them. A world far from wholeness and peace, give us the courage to say, Adonai, there is one God in heaven and earth. The high heavens declare your glory. May earth reveal your justice and love. From bondage in Egypt we were delivered. At Sinai we bound ourselves to your way. Inspired by prophets and instructed by sages, time and again we overcame oppressive forces. Though our failings are many and our faults are great, it has been our glory to bear witness to our God, keeping alive in dark ages your vision of a world redeemed. Let us continue to work for the day when the nations will be one and at peace. Then shall we rejoice as Israel did, singing on the shores of the sea. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nedar ba'kodesh, mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nedar ba'kodesh. Adonai, Adonai tehilot, O sefer norah tehilot, O sefer Adonai imloch leolam va'ed. Malchutecha ra'u banecha, bokei hayam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam. Ze'elianu ve'amru, Ze'elianu ve'amru, Adonai. I got it right. Mi chamocha. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nedar ba'kodesh, mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nedar ba'kodesh. Norah tehilot, o sefer norah tehilot, o sefer Adonai imloch le'olam va'ed. V'ne'emar, ki v'ed Adonai et Yaakov, golom yad chazak mimenu, baruch ata Adonai ga'al Yisrael. We praise you, O God, who has redeemed Israel. This version of Hashkivenu has been sung by literally hundreds of our teens over the years, either at camp or in youth group. There's English to it too. It's just a lovely goodnight song. It goes like this. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, l'shalom, v'hamidenu shomreinu l'chayim. Ufros aleinu sukat shelomecha, ufros aleinu sukat shelomecha. Amen. Shelter us beneath thy wings, O Adonai. Guard us from all harmful things, O Adonai. Keep us safe throughout the night. Keep us safe throughout the night, till we wake with morning's light. Teach us daily wrong from right. Oh, Adonai, amen. A big amen. 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 We need a better amen. 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 Baruch atah Adonai haporeh sukat shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael ve'al Yerushalayim. Praised are you, Adonai, who spreads a shelter of peace over us, over all your people Israel, over all Jerusalem. Don't let it be too high for you. We continue with Vishamru. Most people know a very light and beautiful Vishamra that she wrote in the key of D. This is a little more like that coverlet that we're going to put over ourselves tonight for Shabbat, to be guarded at night, even as we observe the Shabbat.
V'shameru v'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat, La'asot et HaShabbat Ledorotam berit olam. Beini uvein bnei Yisrael oti leolam. Beini uvein bnei Yisrael oti leolam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et haaretz uvayom hashvi shavat vayinafash beini uvein bnei Yisrael oti leolam. Beini uvein bnei Yisrael oti leolam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et haaretz uvayom hashvi shavat vayinafash.
I'm changing this. Adonai, Sifatai Tiftach. You may rise. Ufi agin tehilatecha. Adonai, Sifatai Tiftach. Ufi agin tehilatecha. Last time. Adonai, Sifatai Tiftach. Ufi agin tehilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el HaGadol, HaGibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim V'Konei HaKol, V'Zocher Chasdei Havot V'Imahot, U'Mevi Geula Livnei V'neihem, L'man Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshiach U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham Ve'ezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Michayeh Kol Atarav Lehoshia, Morid Hatal, Mechalkel Chaim Bechesed, Mechayeh Akol Berachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim V'Rofeh Cholim, O Matir Asurim, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר, מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומידו מלך, מלך ממיר ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה לחיות הכל, ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יעללוך סלע, ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש. Please find your seats. And if you have the words in front of you at home, please read with me. This sanctification of the day. I long to change the world, but I rarely appreciate things as they are. I know how to give, but I don't always know how to receive. I know how to keep busy, but I don't know how to be still. I talk, but I don't often listen. I look, but I don't often see. I yearn to succeed, but I often forget what is truly important. Teach me, God, to slow down. May my resting revive me. May it lead me to wisdom, to holiness, to peace, and to you. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh HaShabbat. Will you please read the next one?
Be happy to. And you can all join with me. May I see the spark of holiness in all that I do. May the light of God guide me through darkness. May my prayers strengthen me, urging me to be present for those who are suffering. May I become a messenger of caring and compassion, a partner with God in the work of healing. May I be guided to fight injustice and to love peace and harmony. May God's blessing be with those who are in my heart as I utter this prayer. May all that is good in life lead me to passion and radiance. By your light, O God, may I see light. Baruch atah Adonai she'otecha levadcha b'yirah na'avod.
You have blessed me with many gifts, God, but I know it is my task to realize them. May I never underestimate my potential. May I never lose hope. May I find the strength to strive for better, the courage to be different, the energy to give all that I have to offer. Together, help me, O God, to live up to all the goodness that resides within me.
Fill me with the humility to learn from others and with the confidence to trust my own instincts. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha ulachana el hodot.
This is the last time we're going to sing this together, so sing it out. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasihim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasihim Leolam. Ki atahu melech adon lechol hashalom. Ki atahu melech adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasihim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasihim Leolam. V'tov be'einecha levarech et Amcha Yisrael b'chol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasihim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasihim Leolam. Tasihim Leolam. Tasihim Leolam.
Shalom Rav.
Baruch atah Adonai and Barech atah Yisrael b'shalom. Blessed is the God above who blesses our people Israel, and we pray all peoples with peace. We pause now for the prayers that are only written on the inside of your heart, the prayers that you have to close your eyes and focus on your breathing, to be here at this moment, whether it's in praise, gratitude, longing, but hopefully gratitude this Shabbat.
Shalom bimrumav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Oseh shalom bimrumav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Oseh shalom bimrumav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu v'al Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu v'al Yisrael. Oseh shalom bimrumav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Oseh shalom bimrumav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Oseh shalom bimrumav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu v'al Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu v'al Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu v'al Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu
As we prepare for Misha Berach, I'd like you to think of those in your lives who are not whole. There are those who are in the hospitals right now and with the plague of COVID-19 going on, clearly terrified about what will happen to them in just the next few days. And there are those who are simply alone. We haven't been able to visit nursing homes in 3 months. And even though we're incredibly amazed that there has not been one case at Charles Morris or Weinberg Terrace, we wish we could be with them and ease their loneliness and have them lighten our hearts as well. And there are those who walk the earth with a stone on the heart, who daily face the battles of sobriety, depression, fear. We wish for healing for all of them. As I play the Misha Berach, please whisper their name out loud. Misha Berach Avoteinu Mekor HaBracha Leimoteinu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Misha Berach Imotenu Mekor HaBracha Leavoteinu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen. I understand. My brother Mark is here from Cincinnati, and I understand that some of my other siblings are watching on the live stream. And this may bring back a memory different for you, but this is what something was for me. It was spring of 1971, and there were 8 of us ready to graduate. Not from high school, but high school wasn't important to us. No, we were graduating from the Temple Israel High School program, and we were so excited. Out of 85 kids who had been named mitzvah with us and 65 had gotten confirmed, we were the last ones standing. 8 of us who stuck with the program all the way to the end. And we were especially excited because we had been invited to speak to the congregation on the Friday night service of our graduation. To prepare, we were called to the office of Associate Rabbi Herbert S. Ruttman, who greeted us warmly. And after praising our work, he said, "There's just one thing. I need to see in advance what you're going to say before you get on the pulpit." And I think all 8 of us at the same time asked, why? Rabbi Ruttman said he needed to make sure that our words were appropriate for the pulpit and the congregation. One of us, I think it was Larry Mandel, said, "Let me get this straight. We've been through every learning opportunity that the temple has. We run the youth group and lead creative services, and you're concerned about we're going to be inappropriate on the pulpit? We're the ones who stayed. You don't have to check our words, we'll be fine." But now, Rabbi Ruttman frowned. "This is not negotiable," he said. "If you don't show me what you're going to say, then I can't let you speak from the pulpit." And someone else in the group began to argue. "That's not right or fair. We can express our own Jewish thoughts without having to have you give them the okay. We're not going to accept this. We'll go over your head." And that was when Rabbi Ruttman exploded. "Get out," he yelled. "Get out of my office. This meeting is over." And we did. We hustled out of there as fast as we could. We met briefly in the hall, really frustrated, but there was nothing to do, so we left. Many of us shared what happened with our parents, who generally sided with us, but they said it was the rabbi's right to determine who said what on the pulpit. The next day, when I got home from school, my mom said, "Rabbi Ruttman's office called. They want to talk to you." She was trepidatious. When I called back, the assistant said, "Rabbi Ruttman wants you and the class to come back this afternoon. Can you make it?" And that's how we found ourselves right back where we started from the day before. This time, the tension in the air was so thick the air crackled. We stood instead of sitting, and Rabbi Ruttman began by saying, "I want to apologize for raising my voice at you yesterday and throwing you out of my office. It was wrong." One of us dared to speak up and said, "But that doesn't change what you said to us. We don't want to give in to your demand." And Rabbi Ruttman said, "Well, about that, I'm taking away my requirement that you show me your words before offering them." We smiled. Victory was ours. But then he said in a serious voice, "But," and we froze. He said, "I'd like to respectfully request that you share your words with me before the service. I'm not requiring it, but I'd very much appreciate it if you would consider my request." Well, put like that, we felt pretty abashed. And of course, we let him see what we wrote before the service. And you know what? It didn't matter at all. He didn't try to change a word. Now, our sages say that any dispute that is fought l'shem shamayim, for the sake of heaven, its results will endure. Any dispute that is not for the sake of heaven is fruitless and bound to be forgotten. And they go on, what disputes were for the sake of heaven? Well, the ones between Rabbi Hillel and Rabbi Shammai. What ones were not for the sake of heaven? The dispute between Moses and Korach, the dispute that is featured in this week's Torah portion. Korach challenges Moses' right to lead, saying, "All the community are holy. Why should we yet have you lead us in God's name?" When Moses invites him and his band of rebels to come and discuss the matter, they refuse. And things go from bad to worse. In the end, Korach is swallowed by an earthquake, his collaborators are destroyed by fire, and their sympathizers struck with plague. We kids were not Korach. We just wanted to have our voices heard without being edited. And we went respectively to the pulpit. We had reached an agreement that respected the needs and the dignity of both sides. And it is fascinating to have my last Kabbalat Shabbat sermon be based on Korach, the rebel whose band was led to widespread destruction. The last month of my serving you has been a love-in of epic proportions. You would think we had no arguments at all. And I see some of you smiling in your home right now as you recall some of the challenges we faced, especially in the early years. How did we surmount them? Because we struggled with issues l'shem shamayim, for the sake of heaven, not for our personal agendas. Now, I don't believe the goal of our faith is perfect harmony. We were not created to sit in lotus positions in perfect peace without stress or strife. No, I believe that authentic Judaism and practice calls for dynamic tension as we struggle to make real our most precious values. That dynamic tension produces growth, not despite our challenges, but because of them. Because of our challenges, we grow. I used to have black hair. My face was boyish back in the day, and I would trade one gray hair. I would not trade one gray hair or worry line to avoid the tensions which made us grow into the incredible, sacred family and community we've become. Barbara and I arrived in Pittsburgh, and Micah 32 years ago next week. Mayor Richard Caligiuri had just died, and the city was mourning a true reforming politician who related to the common Pittsburgher. And suddenly we had an old lady Jewish mayor, Sophie Masloff, who was famous for her plain-spoken manner and her many malapropisms. It was a different city back then. This was a different congregation. And as Pittsburgh has grown into a leader of cities our size, Temple Sinai has grown as well. How do we accomplish this, you might ask? Both our city and our sacred community looked about the difficulties they faced and envisioned a future, a bold future, L'Shem Shemayim, one that exemplified our best values. And what are those values? I've believed since I was a teen that my fellow young adults were desperate for Jewish experiences that offered intimacy, intensity, and authenticity. I found those moments in singing with Debbie Friedman at conclaves, staying up all night to explore Jewish arts, and painting the very walls of our stodgy old building with bright colors, frogs, and dinosaurs. I found those moments confronting the critical issues of our day at the synagogue, which included racism, the environment, the Vietnam War, and freeing Soviet Jewry. As I grew into my 20s, I realized as an adult, I still longed for intimacy, intensity, and authenticity. So I explored Orthodox Judaism and Chabad. I worked in the conservative movement. I visited the Reconstructionist Rabbinical School and found each had sparks, but for me, no one had built the fire. Here at Temple Sinai, after a few years of building trust, you have shared with me the task of building the holy fire, the fire that lights up a world that dwells in darkness, a fire that we light through our song, our joy, our passion for justice, our faith in a better world, even if that may take decades to achieve. Here in Reformed Judaism, we found the freedom to try new rituals, to go off script, to taking daring risks with our youth, to look far ahead into a future that even now we have only partially realized. Music lifts the heart, and so many of our hearts began to beat with greater fervor and joy when we sang with Debbie Friedman, Rochelle Nelson, Ida Ray Kahana, Danny Massing, and Benji Ellen Schiller 4 times. 4 times she was our canon in residence. And our people not only glimpsed a musical future that was possible, you demanded it. Social justice used to live on paper at Temple Sinai. I would sit through endless meetings where we would wordsmith resolutions that expressed our outrage or support and see if we could get somebody to read them. But now we not only collect food for the hungry, we grow that food here at Temple Sinai. We try to feed them ourselves. We not only decry racism, we go to Homewood Baptist Temple and Bidwell Presbyterian and other places beyond our neighborhood to stand together, not only to pray and sing, but to organize, to lobby, and advocate for a better, fairer Pittsburgh for us all. When I came, Israel was spoken of, but rarely. So instead of just hearing about it, we went there as a congregation 11 times. When Israel appointed a Palestinian to be their diplomat in New York, we invited him here and hosted 300 people for him to see us and for us to learn about him. We advocate for a secure Israel that lives up to its highest ideals. And we are listened to here at Temple Sinai because we have seen her accomplishments and her difficulties with our own eyes. Learning here was barely adequate in 1988. When I came, I was horrified to learn that our B'nai Mitzvah tutor was teaching our kids to read Torah from a piece of paper with English transliteration that was simply put on top of a Torah scroll. When I insisted that our kids could do more and it was unacceptable to read English letters instead of Hebrew, he quit on the spot. "What do you expect?" he said angrily. "They're reform." Since then, we have had our bar and bat mitzvah students who have held their own with kids who go to Jewish day school. Since then, we've engaged teens by teaching them Jewish values at the level of their adulthood, not their adolescence. Our school led the way and has been emulated throughout the city for its engagement. the engagement we not only offer but demand. Our future is bright because of these young people. And adults have risen to the challenge of better Jewish learning as well. We have adults in our Shabbat meeting who read Torah flawlessly, translate perfectly, who interpret brilliantly. We began the study of the entire Torah in September of 1988, and it took 21 years to finish it, after which we promptly started all over again. From January 2009 to this Shabbat, we have finally made it to the middle of Leviticus. Some think we are going way too fast. When I came here, there was a pride that people knew and cared for each other, but how could we keep that feeling as we grew? We developed a caring committee and then a bracha center for Jewish connections to enhance the quality of our relationships and caring. Now there's no death or shiva without someone from temple asking to be at the home with the family and help out. Now there is no birth in our congregational family not celebrated by all. Our prayers were lovely back in 1988, but they were very formal. Music was sung to us by a talented Gentile quartet, and we appreciated their offerings. But we learned how much more fulfilling it could be to pray and sing for ourselves. And that is what we do most Friday nights. That is all we do Shabbat mornings. We sing and sing and sing. One of the hardest parts of the COVID-19 plague is not being able to sing with each other every week as we close our eyes and find the soul notes that leap up from the depths of our hearts. We will sing that way again, I promise, as soon as it is safe to do so. Many of these initiatives sparked debate, even anger. Some questioned whether we were being true to our roots. But even those who were upset knew that they would be listened to, their exasperation heard and empathized with. Throughout all of our discussions, all of our growing pains, all of our difficult decisions, we tried our hardest to respect everyone in the room. And because of our shared love and caring for each other, our accomplishments were so much sweeter. And even our differences, we came to understand, were for the sake of heaven, l'shem shamayim, so the results would endure. And now, I'm done. You, this marvelous, loving, incredible congregational family, are not done. I have tried to fulfill my charge and responsibility toward everyone in the Temple Sinai family of families, to respect you all and care for you in joy and sorrow. And as you have made me the luckiest rabbi in the world by responding to my calls to raise our vision high and seek to accomplish it, you have made me happy beyond belief. Many of you know that my Hebrew name is Yaakov, Jacob, and tonight you make real the words of the prophet Jeremiah, Roni l'simcha Yaakov. Sing for joy, O Jacob. Saying goodbye is so hard, even with a full and joyful heart. Let me simply tell you that we have transformed the nature of the rabbi-congregant relationship, elevating it from sacred service to that of purest love. Thank you for loving me, Barbara, Micah, Catherine, Avi, and David, as well as Noah and Leora. Thank you for inspiring me to reach higher, to seek to engage everyone as we strove for Jewish intimacy, intensity, and authenticity. We did more than strive. Saul, we succeeded in faith, joy, and love. Nothing in my life as a rabbi will ever fill me as you have filled me these last 32 years. May the glow of this moment live in the hearts of all the Temple Sinai family of families, from the single 98-year-old or 103-year-old to the family of 5, to the LGBTQ pride tribe, to the singletons, to the children, to the teens, to the boomers, to the young adults, to us all. You have made me so happy tonight, my heart could burst. Roni l'simcha Yaakov. Sing for joy, O Jacob. Sing for joy. 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 As we're enjoying this moment, I want to offer birthday. Thank you. I do this for so many people. I want to offer birthday blessings for those whose birthdays are in June. I have the piece of paper somewhere. I want to especially note the June birthdays of Kit Knight, Paul Pitts, Michelle Clark, Rhoda Alligator, and Allison Groden, Ann Fagan, Stephen Tannenbaum, and Arlene Smith, Risa Rosenthal, Laura Sigismund, Darcy Bernstein, and Bob Bernstein, Jan Corman, Perry Sigismund, and Maida Roth, and all those who we did not name. So I did this for the family service. It is our custom to give you candy before we sing Shechianu. So I hope you can reach to the screen and catch. There you go. Have as much as you want. Join me in Shechianu. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shehechianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu lahazman hazeh. On my cue sheet it says videos. Is that? No. That's later. Announcements in Psalm. Our cantorial program is underwritten by a generous grant from Edgar Snyder. I want to personally thank Edgar, who years ago understood that it was an important part, the music of what we offer, and that the cantorial program needed to be supported. We are grateful to him for his ongoing support of wonderful Jewish music at Temple Sinai. Tomorrow, Torah studies on Zoom at 8:30 in the morning. We're doing Leviticus 18:22 about men being with men. Tune in and see what we believe about sexuality and some of the challenging issues we'll deal with. 9:15 will be Minyan, and tomorrow night, it's listed in the program or the weekly email that Havdalah is at 8:30. It is at 8:45. It'll be followed by the Temple Sinai Cafe with Barbara and I leading a concert for a half an hour at 8:45 after our Havdalah service ends Shabbat. My retirement drive-by, which is supposed to be a complete surprise to me, I'm shocked, is on Sunday the 21st. It begins at 10:15. We gather on Shenley Drive by the golf club. You go all the way to the golf clubhouse, register online for a time slot. You may not enter the line on your own. Nearly 100 cars have already registered, and I'm told the first car is Mayor Peduto. Is that correct? Cooking with Mara Kaplan is on Monday. I don't know what's cooking. Ask her. You can register online, 5:30 on Monday. The Rosh Chodesh group for Tammuz is Tuesday, June 23rd at 7:30. Parsha class, which I'm not teaching, Kendra Berman, is at noon on Wednesday. And we have a special class. Eric Lidgy, who heads the Rao Archives at her house at Rosh Shalom, is going to give a talk that he gave on Shavuot for the history of Torahs. He is fascinated by our Soferet, our female Torah project, Scribe Torah project. That's at 7 o'clock on Wednesday. And Shabbat evening services, live streamed next week at 7 o'clock. It would be important that we mention that this is Juneteenth, that we as Jews stand with Black Americans, young and old, male and female, children and teens. I went to my second demonstration today. There's another one on July 1st. We all try to be careful with masks and distancing, but we have to affirm each other in these truths, that all humanity is created equal, and we believe as Jews, every single human is a gift of God. We celebrate with our Black American friends Juneteenth, the festival of belated freedom. May the promise and blessing of that freedom come true soon in our day. That's the end of the announcements. Saul's tall. I have to raise this. There you go. Do you want me with you? Where do you want me?
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you for allowing me to say a few words during this very special Shabbat service. I'm Saul Straussman, president of the congregation, and I want to take a moment or two to say a very special thank you to someone who has been an important part of Temple Sinai for 32 years, who has been a clear voice of reason and whose beautiful voice has been integral to our celebration from the Bima and beyond. So before we end this very special Shabbat service, from all of us at Temple Sinai, we thank you, Barbara, for sharing your husband with us. And for the 32 years you have been a presence in your own right in the life of our community, whether it is in Watts, intergenerational choir, or overall life of Temple Sinai, please know that you will always have a special place in, as Jamie is fond of saying, our family of families. So there's going to be a brief video after this. A lot of videos came in for your love and appreciation of Jamie. Please know that this is a very small selection of them, and they have been posted on our website. You can view them all. And I don't know how long this will take, but please enjoy.
Hi, Jamie.
Hi, Jamie. It's the Katzens.
Hi. We want you to know that you're the best thing that ever happened to the Katzens, the best thing that ever happened to Temple Sinai, the best thing that happened to the Jewish community and the community at large. You are absolutely a treasure, and we love you.
And Jamie, I can add my 2 cents that the first time I met you was, believe it or not, 32 years ago. I was fortunate enough to serve on the Executive Search Committee. And I guess after 22 or maybe 23 rabbis that we talked to on the phone and interviewed and brought into Pittsburgh to see personally, I think you were number 23, as a matter of fact. And when I first met you, and you opened your mouth, and I thought to myself, this could be my rabbi. Then Barbara came back into town, and that sealed the deal. Also what sealed the deal, you may not remember this, but the Executive Search Committee and the Full Search Committee, Selection Committee, asked you to do a sermon, a mini sermon, and we went into the sanctuary, not the sanctuary, the Barnett Chapel, and you gave a sermon and tied in Jesus Christ and his apostles. Now, I had never heard a sermon like that, especially from a rabbi, but I thought, this guy's got guts, and I was right. So fast forward 32 years, you're now departing Temple Sinai as its senior rabbi. But you're not gone from Pittsburgh.
And you're not leaving us.
Yes, and you'll be my rabbi until my final breath. And as I said, we love you. This is not a goodbye. We'll see you soon. And mazel tov on what you've accomplished at Sinai and in the Pittsburgh community.
Hi, Rabbi Gibson. Scott Rosen here, and I am honored to be virtually speaking with you. You know, Rabbi, you played a huge part in my life and my family's life, but as you know, life is a team sport. So I'm here representing the Temple Sinai softball team, wishing you all the best in your retirement. You know, for 4 years, our softball team had a great run. We even won a few games. But there was always 2 things that we could count on. Rabbi Gibson going 3 for 4 to allow our big hitters to rack in those RBIs, rabbis batted in, and that you'd be on the injured list for 2 weeks following every game. So that said, your Temple Sinai softball team is wishing you all the best. There will always be a place for you in our middle infield if we ever get the team back together. So take care, we will miss you, and you will always be our MVP, most valuable preacher. We love you, and we're going to miss you.
I received a call from Rabbi Gibson's secretary telling me that he would like to see me. So I went to see him, and he said, Shirley, I'd like you to consider a project that I'm interested in. I'm interested in having a fun group for men and women who have afternoons free. I don't want any gambling, I don't want any bingo, and you leave the education to me. So I asked a few people to come and to join me, and we made the decision we would have 4 events a year. We went all over Western Pennsylvania. We went to Chautauqua in the north, we went to Somerset in the east, we went to West Virginia in the south, and we went to the Amish country in Ohio. Rabbi Gibson was always there to see us off when we went on our trips, and most times he was there when we came home from our trips, and we had a wonderful time.
Thank you, Rabbi Gibson, for the tremendous impact you have had on the Jewish community, the Temple Sinai community, the Pittsburgh community, and me myself. This past year in confirmation, you totally kind of warped my outlook on Judaism. You opened my eyes to a bunch of different Jewish values that I hadn't really seen before, and you taught me what it really means to be Jewish, and you allowed me to embrace that. So thank you for everything you've done for me and my family and my community, and congratulations on your retirement.
Hi, Jamie. I've been at Temple Sinai since I was well under 10 years old, and I was bar mitzvahed there by Rabbi Ilson. Temple Sinai will always be my home. You've named our daughter, and you've officiated at her wedding. You've bar and bat mitzvahed our 3 children, and you comforted us as we said goodbye to my parents. You will always be my rabbi. And you'll always be my friend. Some of my greatest memories were playing basketball with you at the JCC. All those years ago when we were a little bit younger, more nimble, but nevertheless had great fun together. Thank you so much for your friendship. Thank you so much for your guidance. And enjoy your well-earned and well-deserved retirement. All the best to you and Barbara.
Hi, Jamie. Congratulations on 32 years and on your retirement from Temple Sinai. I just wanted to say thank you so much for all your help for me and my family. I really appreciate all the work you've done in helping me become a confident Jewish person and now a rabbi. I hope you realize where I'm standing. I'm at Mount Sinai Congregation in Wausau, Wisconsin, where you used to serve, and you have climbed so many mountains, and I just wanted to bookend your experience, and thank you so much for all you've done. Hope you continue to climb many more mountains, and I hope to see you soon. Thanks so much.
Mazel tov, Rabbi Gibson. Jamie, I'm so excited for you to start this next chapter in your life. I just wanted to say thank you. Without you, I would not be here as a rabbi today. Thank you for taking a chance on me when I was just 22, right out of college and needed a job. Thank you for showing me the inside world of what rabbinic life looks like. Thank you for preparing me for this next moment in my life, and thank you for pushing me to really think about the kind of rabbi I want to be. I'm so excited for you. I'm grateful to have you as a colleague and as a friend, and I'm wishing you all the best in this new venture.
Jamie, thank you hardly seems adequate for all you have done for us. You have celebrated simchas with us, and you have cried with us in sad times. You've been our rabbi, our teacher, our friend. You have been our spiritual leader and our moral compass. You have prayed with us and sung with us. You have traveled with us, shared meals with us. We wish you so much joy and happiness as you explore what's next. We hope your retirement is everything you wish for and more. We're going to miss you. We love you.
Thank you.
Hi, Rabbi Gibson. It's us, the band.
The rhythm of Shabbat is always steady, a centering for our busy and at times surreal world.
We look forward to musical Shabbat every month, as well as special occasions when we get to accompany you, Cantor Berman, and Rabbi Gorbin.
It's always a fun challenge. Who's coming tonight? Is that an extra chair? Which version of Adon Olam are we singing tonight? In what key? Are you sure?
What about Micha Mocha? Is that the one with Miriam dancing at the end? By the way, we're playing Debbie Friedman's Oseh Shalom tonight.
Okay, we don't play on that one. Or is it just Laura? Oh, right. We start playing after the second ending. Boy, with some instruments, it's easy to stand up, then sit down. Others, not so much.
And it's always a thrill to play Adonai Sitai that builds and swells, giving Janice time to wow us with her artistry.
And often we improvise, playing Vishamru with the B'nai Mitzvah kids. And some of them, amazingly, are really great singers.
For us, being on the Bima is an honor. We get a front row seat as you lead the congregation in prayer, song, and dance.
Thank you, Rabbi Gibson, for supporting us, cheering us along, and drumming with us on Shalom Aleichem, on the bongos, and sometimes on a bucket.
We look forward to learning the rhythm of our new rabbis, but we will miss you mightily.
Borei Puri Bizonot.
Jamie, I know that these last few months have not gone as you have expected. You've missed the concerts and celebrations that you were hoping to enjoy. You've missed the time on the bima surrounded by your community. And you've missed the warmth and love that comes from all of us singing together. And you know that this farewell service would have been full of joyous and heartfelt communal song. Though we can't sing this together, I wanted to offer you a song that you often use to celebrate the blessings of our community. I've changed some of the words to remind you that while communities are made up of the gifts and presence of many individuals, you as the leader have shown us how to bind everything together to create this Kiddush Kedosha, this sacred community. As we learn in this week's Parsha, Korach, the way a leader leads determines whether they bring blessing or curse to the community. You and your gifts, your spirit, your dreams, your vision, your goodness, your prayers, and your love have all been the blessings that have helped make Temple Sinai a holy place. These are the gifts that you brought to help us build a holy place. This is the spirit that you brought to help us build a holy place. You have brought all the goodness that comes from your heart, that the Spirit of God could dwell within. These are the colors of your dreams you brought to make a holy place. This is the weaving of our lives you brought to make a holy place. You have brought all the goodness that comes from your heart, that the Spirit of love could dwell within. These are the prayers that you brought, that we may make a holy place. These are the visions that you sought, that we may build this holy place. Let your legacy ever be strong, with our voices together in song, that the Spirit of God and the Spirit of love and Jamie will dwell. Jamie, we will miss you and everything you have brought to make this community a holy place. Over these past 5 years, I have appreciated your mentorship, your friendship, and your trust. I have appreciated your stories and your music. And despite the groans and looks, I have appreciated, at least to some extent, your jokes. Your presence here will be missed, but your legacy in this holy place will endure.
Test. All I can say is thank you, and thank you. I'll keep saying thank you until the end of my days. We're going to continue now with our ending part of our service, Aleinu, followed by the Mornis Kaddish. If it is customary for you at home to rise, we'll ask you to rise now.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל עמונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו
Before reading the names for Kiddush, let me thank personally all the people who have made tonight possible, the people without whom this temple could not function: Judy Mahan and Drew Barkley. Nancy Conaway has been my incredibly able assistant for the last several years, and the team, Cantor Berman, Rabbi Gorban, myself, and all of our lay leaders who put it on the line every day on their own time, in their own way, to make us this family. So thank you so much, and thank you for your wonderful words about Barbara. She deserves that and so much more. This week, we especially remember the names of those whose yahrzeits occur in the coming week: Bessie Barkley, Sylvia Barman, and May Block, Stanley Bushkoff, Bob Cochran, and Mark Ross Cohn, Jean Davis, Catherine Dorfzahn, and Erwin Engel, Harold Farkas, Arthur Furliger, and Elsie Fried, Eva R. Goldstein and Sarah Gordon, Ann Unger Greenberg and Hannah Gross, Barbara Horowitz, Brian Ivey, Janice Carlton and Philip Carlton, Betty Lampenfeld, Rose Buddy Leventhal, Thomas McIntyre Sr., Norman Malikoff, Morris Margaretin, Sylvia Malamed, Penelope Rose Miller, Arthur Molans and Susan Moss, Anne Margolis Parker and Shirley Fetter Patz, Harry Price and Margaret Reiber, Anna Nahas Rosenson and Diana Tauber Ross, Florence Safran, Minnie Schillett, and Shirley Gertrude Sigismund, Noga Silver, Bessie Simon and Albert Spirer, Sophie Stein, Sonny Stevenson, and Robert Straussman, Evelyn Tischerman, Marilyn Weisenbaum, Jerry Zaywitz, and Sheldon Zilber. And now I remember those whose recent deaths we still mourn: Herman Lishkoff, Rita Seltman, Louise Kahn Lutens, and Pearl Rosenthal. Our mourners at home are already standing because it is upon them to say Kaddish. We stand with them as witness to their Kaddish and respond Amen and make complete their mourners' Kaddish as it is said now.
Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabba.
Amen.
Be'alma divarach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei. B'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chaye dechol Beit Yisrael. Ba'agala uv'izman kariv imru Amen. Yehi shemei Rabba mevorach le'olam li'almei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitba'ar v'yitromam v'yitnasei. V'yit hadar, v'yit aleh, v'yit halal, shemei dekudsha brichu. Le'ela min kol birchata, v'shirata, tushbachata, v'nechamata, damiran be'alma, v'imru, amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu, v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. Oseh shalom bimromav. Huya aseh shalom aleinu v'al Israel v'imru amen.
May the source of peace in the high heavens cause peace to descend on all of us, all Israel, upon a broken, shattered world in need of our healing hands, upon all of us who mourn our beloved dead, as together we say,
Amen.
Amen. Now, we have a little contest going, Barbara and I, and you can join in if you want. We're taking bets on who loses it first, as we sing Debbie Friedman's Tfilat HaDerech. Pull that down so you can be heard. Move it up. May we be blessed as you go on our way. May you be guided in peace. May you be blessed with health and joy. May this be our blessing. Amen. 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 May this be our blessing. Amen. 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 May this be our blessing. Amen. May you be sheltered by the wings of peace. May you be kept in safety and in love. May grace and compassion find their way to every soul. May this be our blessing. Amen. Amen. our blessing. Amen. 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 May this be our blessing. Amen. Last time. Amen. 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 May this be our blessing. Amen. 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 May this be our blessing. Almost. May be blessed every place you come into God's world, and there may you find the strength, blessing, joy, and healing to take those gifts out into God's world where they're so desperately needed. May be blessed every day, every moment, every hour, with all those who love you, who you love, as together we all say,
Amen.
There's a basket over there, one last time. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei minei mizonot. Praise are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of all, who makes animal crackers and all kinds of funny cookies. As together we say, Amen.
Amen.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom and Shalom Rav.
They're stale.
Oh.
Okay.
All right.
Isn't he warm? Isn't he funny? That's Rabbi.
He's such a cutie.
Jamie.
Isn't he a cutie?
Someone sublime. We're all so lucky.
Over 30 years on that bima.
Our bar mitzvahs were only a day long.
Jamie. With his guitar and pick. That's Rabbi.
We're just so fond of him.
Jamie. Congregants love his shtick. Love him. 30 years plus of him. Temple Sinai won't be the same without Rabbi.
From Sunday school to confirmation.
He sees us through and through.
We two Jew teens learned so much from Jamie.
Side by side.
He's always there when we need support.
At Sinai.
At Sunday school we loved the Seifa. Of course, thanks for our bar mitzvahs.
He used to call me Rabbi Rachel. I mean, he still does.
At Sinai,
your leader,
symbol Pittsburgh Jewish pride. Year after year, older but wiser.
It's amazing. We've gotten older every year, but he seems to stay exactly the same.
Spreading shalom and tikkun olam.
And his work with the interface and diverse communities, what a mitzvah maker.
That's right.
Reading Torah.
Good Jew. He works so well with Rabbi Gorman and Cantor Berman. What a great team. I'm gonna miss seeing them up there.
Yeah.
Sorrow farewell. Week Vel. We're so sad and yet so proud. Retirement forbids anything bitter.
You know, a rabbi like Jamie isn't gone forever. He's leaving a legacy. Plus, I think we'll see him around town quite often.
Temple Sinai loves Rabbi forever.
We can't bear the thought of you retiring, but Temple's love for you will remain strong.
It's not possible to regret it. Temple's company, don't forget it.
Thank you for being the best rabbi. Mazel tov, Rabbi.
At Sinai. Here is the bima. Open the doors and see all the lovely congregants. What would we do without you? How would we ever get through? Who would I make Shmai with for hours? Who'd feed me Shabbat when I have the flu? Who make me feel like a Jew? Whose wife makes best matzah soup? And who is so dear? And who is so deep? And who makes Temple Sinai the best place to be? How would we ever get through? What would we do without you?
We love you, Rabbi.
Love you, Rabbi.
That's it? Mark, do you have the iPad? Oh, you do. Okay. So how do you do it?
You tap where it says join.
Okay. No, we have it here.
Here, file. What? I hope. Here we go.
I'm going to put away my guitar, though.
Really? You want me to join this?